On June 22, 1941, the world witnessed the commencement of Operation Barbarossa, Nazi Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union. This monumental military campaign not only marked a significant betrayal of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, a non-aggression treaty signed between Germany and the Soviet Union in 1939, but also signaled a crucial turning point in World War II. The invasion, named after the medieval Holy Roman Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, was Adolf Hitler's grand strategy to conquer the Soviet Union, secure vast resources, and ultimately dominate Europe.
August 23rd, 1939. "'Tis time for fear when tyrants seem to kiss." Stalin's comrade Molotov and Hitler's Herr von Ribbentrop signed their so-called Friendship Pact in the Kremlin. Hitler has his green light for World War II. Stalin has switched it on. Fascist Germany and Communist Russia meet again, this time over the corpse of Poland, the corpse of peace. Like two vultures eyeing one another, they consume the spoils. But the cynicism that makes such alliances is the same cynicism that destroys them. June 22nd, 1941. The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics reels under the sudden shock of German invasion.
The operation began in the early hours of June 22nd with over 3 million Axis troops, including German, Italian, Hungarian, Romanian, Slovak, and Croatian forces surging across an 1,800-mile front. This massive force was supported by thousands of tanks and aircraft, embodying the blitzkrieg tactics that had brought Germany success in Western Europe. The invasion aimed to deliver a quick and decisive blow to the Soviet Union, capturing key cities such as Leningrad, Moscow, and Kiev. The strategy involved three main army groups: Army Group North, targeting Leningrad; Army Group Center, aiming for Moscow; and Army Group South, focusing on Ukraine and the Caucasus. Initially, Operation Barbarossa achieved remarkable success. The Soviet Union, under Joseph Stalin, was taken by surprise despite multiple intelligence warnings. Stalin had not anticipated an immediate attack, believing the non-aggression pact would hold longer. This miscalculation led to the Soviet forces being ill-prepared for the onslaught. The Germans made rapid advances, encircling and capturing vast numbers of Soviet troops. In the early weeks, hundreds of thousands of Soviet soldiers were killed or taken prisoner, and the Red Army's defenses seemed to crumble. However, as the German forces pushed deeper into Soviet territory, they encountered increasing resistance and logistical challenges. The vast distances, poor infrastructure, and the Soviet tactic of scorched earth, destroying anything that could be useful to the enemy, slowed the German advance. Moreover, as summer turned to winter, the Germans found themselves unprepared for the harsh Russian weather. The severe winter of 1941-1942, one of the coldest on record, proved disastrous for the ill-equipped German troops. supply lines stretched thin, and the army faced severe shortages of food, fuel, and winter clothing. The Battle of Moscow became a crucial turning point in Operation Barbarossa. By December 1941, the Germans were at the gates of the Soviet capital. However, the Soviet Union, having regrouped and reinforced its defenses with fresh troops from Siberia, launched a powerful counter-offensive. The Red Army, utilizing the winter conditions to their advantage, managed to halt and push back the German forces. This counter-offensive marked the first significant defeat for Hitler's Wehrmacht and demonstrated the resilience and determination of the Soviet people. The failure of Operation Barbarossa had far-reaching consequences. It transformed the Eastern Front into a prolonged and brutal conflict, characterized by some of the largest and bloodiest battles in history, including the Battle of Stalingrad and the Battle of Kursk. The immense losses sustained by the German army during these engagements severely weakened their overall war effort and contributed significantly to the eventual defeat of Nazi Germany. In retrospect, June 22, 1941 stands as a day that reshaped the trajectory of World War II. Operation Barbarossa, while initially successful, ultimately failed due to a combination of strategic overreach, logistical challenges, and the fierce resistance of the Soviet Union. The invasion's failure marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany and highlighted the critical importance of resilience and strategic planning in warfare.
7 Mann hoch war, brach sie schon 2 Grundsätze aus. Erstens, sie wollte eine wahrhaftige Weltanschauungspartei sein. Und zweitens, sie wollte daher kompromisslos die einzige Macht und alleinige Macht in Deutschland.
This is London Talk. Here is a news flash. German radio has just announced that Hitler is dead. I repeat that. The German radio has just announced that Hitler is dead.